Hello everyone, Creepercraft Guy here. I'm sure if you're up to date on the latest Pokemon news, you'll know that there is officially two brand new Pokemon titles for the Nintendo Switch. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The quote-unquote spin-off games for the Nintendo Switch before the actual new core series game in 2019 that they confirmed. There's a YouTuber named HDV, though, who made a video on what his team for these games will be when he gets them. And a while ago, if you look back, you'll see I actually did make one of these videos, sort of, that was talking about my, my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team that I used to complete the game with. But this one is more so a prediction video, and don't expect this to be the actual final team I use. When I actually get the game and finish it, I will make another video talking about what my team was. There is only one Pokemon on this list that I know is 100% going to be on my team. And without further ado, let's get right into this video, which is my team for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Now, the first question I need to answer is what version of the game am I getting? Now, in case you couldn't tell by this image that's on the screen currently, I am getting Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Because it's nothing against Pikachu. I mean, honestly, I don't really like Pikachu an awful lot. Like, as a battler, I don't find it very good. Eevee, I know, is not much better. But, like, the thing is, I prefer Eevee over Pikachu. But the big problem is the fact that, like, so we'll move on, and basically, in case you couldn't get it already, Eevee's going to be my first Pokemon, and the one that stays on my team for the whole time. What's going to make it hard for me, though, is the fact that I think they confirm that Eevee will be unable to evolve, and my original plan was to have, Eevee evolve into my favourite evolution, Sylveon, but then I realised, oh wait, they're not doing any Pokemon outside of the original 151. So I was thinking, okay, I'll evolve it into Jolteon then. Jolteon's every bit as good. But I found out that Eevee can't evolve in the first place. I am not that upset about it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Because the thing is, there's never ever been a playthrough where I've used Eevee and I haven't evolved it at some point. Generally into either Sylveon, Umbreon, or Jolteon, one of those three. This will be the first time I actually go for a playthrough where I don't evolve an Eevee, and I can say I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm quite excited. But anyway, now moving on to the absolute rest of the team. Don't expect these guys, except maybe one or two, to be in the final team. But these are the ones I'm hoping to get into the complete team. They confirmed in the trailers when they saw images of Bulbasaur in battle and Bulbasaur, like, running around after the trainers. That basically confirms, at least for me, that you will be able to get the Kanto starters in the game. And so basically, I have put 2 of the Kanto starters on this list. And the first one is obviously Charizard. If you've been around my channel, and if you know me very well, you'll know that Charizard is my absolute favourite fire type, and my favourite Kanto starter. It's like, another thing I should mention before I actually start talking about this team is that there are a lot of flying types on this team, I'm sorry. But Charizard would be like the go-to starter that I pick for this journey. I know that Charizard's not very, very good in Kanto, at least not compared to the other two, but basically I've got like a team that's going to well round the other types, so Charizard obviously, it will be like my ace, like fire type. It's always been my ace fire type, even if I can't Mega Evolve it, which I'm hoping I can. Frankly, if I Mega Evolve it, if I am able to Mega Evolve it, I might try and get it to be Mega Charizard Y instead of X, so, yeah, I'm going to do that. But yeah, Charizard. So, Eevee, Charizard. My next Pokemon that I will have on my team is one that you probably wouldn't expect, but I actually do really like this Pokemon. It's Dodrio. And, I know Dodrio gets its work cut out for it, But, like, I actually used Dodrio in my first playthrough of Red version, and it was one of my best team members. I really, really enjoyed using Dodrio. And I'm hoping, if it can learn Fly in this game, which I assume it can, because even though it doesn't fly, it can learn Fly. And even if it can't, I can use Charizard. But, basically, Dodrio will be my flyer, but with moves like, what's it called, Tri-Attack, I can imagine, like, it would be a really, really, really helpful, asset to my team. Next spot, goes to Marowak. Now, I like Marowak a lot. It's one of my favourite ground types, but I've never actually used it on a playthrough. And I'm hoping that today will be, like, not today, when the game actually comes out, sorry, that when the game comes out, it will be an exception, because I actually want to use, a Marowak in a playthrough. I've used one in Pokemon Go. It was one of my best team members, but I've never actually used one in a main series game before, and I'm really looking forward to it. Nintendo did confirm that, you will be able to get the Alolan forms, and Marowak is, he has an Alolan form. But the thing is, though, I really, really don't care whether, it's the Alolan form, the Fire and Ghost one, or the normal one, which is Ground, which is the one here. I'm thinking I'm going to lean more towards it being the Ground type one, because I already have Charizard to be my Fire type. So yeah, Marowak. My fifth team member, and this is the one I'm the most controversial about, because I absolutely adore this Pokemon. But in the original Kanto games, it was one of the hardest Pokemon in the game to get. It was, like, harder to find and to catch than, like, Pokemon like legendaries like Articuno and Mewtwo, who are my two favourite Kanto legendaries. And that Pokemon, in case you didn't get it already, is Dragonite. Now, I've never, from my knowledge, other than in Gen 4 where I used Garchomp, I don't think I have ever used a pseudo-legendary Pokemon in a playthrough before. I attempted to use a Volcarona, which isn't even a pseudo now that I think about it. I attempted to use a Volcarona, in, what's it called, Black and White, but unfortunately, like, I wasn't able to finish that copy of Black, so, I wasn't able to finish the game with Volcarona. But Dragonite, other than maybe Metagross, who I assume I like a bit more, he is my favourite pseudo-legendary Pokemon. And he will always be my favourite dragon type. Like, I really, really don't care what people's opinions of it. People are always like, oh, Dragonite was good, but, like, it's not that good anymore because we have Pokemon like Garchomp, and we have Metagross, and we have Flygon, and, other people are like, oh, Dragonite's pseudo-legendary, it's not very intimidating. I don't care. Dragonite is and always will be my favourite dragon type, and even if I have to go through this, the absolute bullcrap method of the Savari Zone, and I have to, or, like, if I can transfer it into the Go Park mechanic and then get a Dratini from there, I still have to deal, like, Dragonite is a very hard Pokemon to get, because A, you have to find Dratini in, the, what's it called, Safari Zone, and B, you have to get it to level 50 friggin' 5, to evolve it into Dragonite, and Dragonite, like, levels up really slowly, but I'm willing to go with that, because Dragonite is such an amazing Pokemon, and I'm really looking forward to it. And my final team member, and a Pokemon you probably didn't expect to see on this list, like I said earlier, I plan on using 2 of the Kanto starters in this playthrough, and the other Kanto starter I'm using is Bulbasaur, soon to become Venusaur. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, like, I know what you're thinking, and it's like, I'll come out and say now, I have nothing against Blastoise. Squirtle is my least favourite Kanto starter, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just that compared to, like, Charmander and Bulbasaur, I'd pick those 2 over it. I don't think I've ever used Blastoise in a playthrough, and I don't think I intend to. Bulbasaur, on the other hand, is a Pokemon I'm really looking forward to using, because Venusaur is one of my favourite Pokemon. And, yeah, there's not really an awful lot I can say about Venusaur. Everyone knows Venusaur. Everyone either loves or hates Venusaur. and I am one of the people who loves it. So, that is basically it for my, my team for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. If you liked, the video, like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, whatever. And above all else, try and make your own video. I was inspired by HDV to make this video, and I recommend you go check his channel out. But until next time, I will see you all later. Bye, guys.